Hey guys, welcome back to Home Built, and this week we're continuing the trimming with the seats. Alright, sorry about the rain noise on the roof, but getting straight into it. As you might have seen in a previous episode, I got myself some Sparco Evo race seats, and these are what's going to go into the car. So the first job is to strip them all down so I can work out what I got. That is far more disgusting than I was expecting. This is just putrid. They didn't look that bad from the outside, but underneath it's disgusting. That's going to need some cleaning before I put anything back over the top of that. Alright, this stuff is still disgusting. Basically, what all this dirt and grot is the foam sort of backing that was on this has just perished over time, and it's turned into this dirt that's spread everywhere. First thing I need to do is go around and put my reference marks where everything joins up, so I know what piece joins up to what piece when I put it all back together again, because otherwise I'll get completely lost and have no idea what's going on. Alright, you can see here that I've gone through, I marked each edge, corresponding edge with a different letter, so I know which edge goes where, and it's all the different panels are marked now, so now I can go back and unpick it all and start working out my patterns. So I've got my pieces out and I've laid them all out onto the reverse side of my leather, laid them all upside down. I've since worked out that it's better to lay them out on the back side of the leather, although I have marked on my hide through where there's some not very nice markings on the outside so I don't get the wrong bits of leather. This is where it starts getting tricky because this fabric is quite stretchy and flexible, whereas the leather is a lot less so, and it has the potential for me to wreck a really nice bit of leather. That's why I'm doing one seat at a time, and yeah, we'll lay it out and see how they go, and fingers crossed I can mark them out and cut them out, and they'll work the way they're supposed to. So I've got my main pieces here cut out and ready to go. I don't know how they're going to go, so I'm not going to trust them as yet. I'm still going to mark them back out onto this leather and copy them, because obviously I have two seats and the seats are the same. I'll copy it back onto the leather again, just to save me time in the future, because these pieces as patterns are not very good. They move a lot, and it'll be much easier tracing these than it will be tracing them again. So I'll get everything ready, but I won't cut it. I'll just wait and see how we go. I have my pile of leather pieces here. I have my other pieces marked out, ready to go. When I'm ready to do the next one. So I've used up pretty much every scrap of leather I have, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to get another hide anyway, but yeah, we'll just go ahead and sew the first one together and see how it comes out. Fingers crossed. As you saw last week, I adjusted the pedal on my sewing machine to try and get a bit more control, and it helped a bit, but ultimately The problem is the pedal is not linear in its use. It engages a clutch. Basically, it's not a linear pickup, and it's still very difficult to control. So the main thing I really need to do is slow it down. And I know you can actually get different size pulleys, but to actually slow it down. But I'm going to try and cheat because I don't have a pulley, and you guys are going to want another episode. So what I'm going to do is this lower pulley, I'm going to try and remove the pulley completely, and just for the time being, see if I can just run it straight off of the shaft off of the motor. The belt probably won't last very long, and it's not the best way to do it, but I don't have a smaller pulley with me, and it'll definitely slow it down. Whether it slows it down too much, we'll just have to see. Alright, I'm having a real pig of a time trying to get this pulley off. I've actually cracked a couple of the spokes trying to get it off. I'm going to have to stop now and go and get a puller, because otherwise this is going to be wrecked completely. Obviously, this thing is jammed on pretty tight, so I'll go and see if I can get a puller, see if I can buy another pulley, see if they've got anything local, and could be a really short episode. After a morning of stuffing around, I went and got the puller. As you saw, it came off quite well. I broke it, but I ended up getting the core of the pulley off, and you're not going to get a smaller pulley than running it straight off of the drive of the motor. Now, the belt is not going to really like it like that, but I've got to see if this is even a worthwhile prospect. Just going to hold the motor under tension and see if it even works. Alright, it's working, and it's actually probably, I still probably wouldn't want it much faster than what it's going now. It is making mincemeat of my belt. That was almost a whole day of stuffing around to actually get my sewing machine working properly, but it is finally controllable. It is finally manageable enough to actually get some control. You'll have to forgive me if this is a short episode, guys. Let's start sewing some stuff together anyway. I'd staple it all together and just sort of see how it sits before I sew it all, and it's only staples holding it on, it's not held on that strong, so it roughly sits in place. So now I'm just going to sew it, and fingers crossed I can make it all work. Alright, moment of truth. I've just finished sewing at least the first stage, and I have my cover, so I'll just turn it inside out. Well, turn it the right way around, and let's see if it fits. Need a bit of fettling. I've still got to cut the holes and mount everything in and tighten everything up and glue everything down, but it's slowly coming together. This corner here I'm not very happy with. It's a bit loose, but I should be able to just pinch it all together and actually sew it a bit tighter in the corner here. There's actually a cable that runs through around the back of the seat here, so I've got to sew that still into the leather, and hopefully that will help pull it all together. I must admit, I was getting a bit worried when I first put this all together, and I was thinking this is just a big loose bag of rubbish and it's really not going to work. But the more I actually play with it, the more I realise that it'll actually come together quite nicely. The next step is I need to go through and cut the holes so I can mount in the framework for the harness holes. it's getting there. It's coming along very slowly, but it's coming along. Already Saturday morning, and this video was due out yesterday, so I think that is definitely time for Fun Facts with Mrs. Jeff.
Hi guys, many of you will know the name Recaro. What you may not know, however, is where they got their start. Recaro today are known as high-end automotive seat manufacturers who make seats for many cars, including Porsche. What you may not know is where they started. Recaro started out as coach builders, building coach bodies for Daimler-Benz and many others. Recaro helped to build the bodies of the VW Beetle prototype, and then went on to build the bodies of the Porsche 356. When the manufacturers began building car bodies in-house, Recaro adapted their business and went on to build the seats that we know today.
Alright guys, that's it for another week. I apologise for the fact that it's Saturday morning, this is not a Friday video, and also, just spent so much time this week just trying to get the sewing machine working and stuff, and it took way longer to get this seat to the stage it is than what I thought. I thought I'd have both seats completely done, and that's nowhere near the case. So next week I will at least finish off this seat and hopefully get this seat done too, but let's just stay tuned and we'll see what happens. As always, please like and subscribe to my channel, Home Built by Jeff, and you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at the same place. See you guys.
This is hot.
So hot in here. The bodies of the VW I can't do it. Building coach bodies for many. It's just so hard.
Just
it's
remember.
complicated.